Hello, welcome to the News Podcast Daily. I'm following today's headlines.
The 10th National Congress of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union opened in Hanoi. Ho Chi Minh City will earn over $30 billion from exports this year. The Vietnam Phục Lâm Christian Church convened second general conference in Ho Chi Minh City.
The 10th National Congress of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union opened in Hanoi on December 12th, themed Youth Aspiration for Building the Nations. The event attracted nearly 1,000 outstanding youth union members nationwide.
Speaking at the event, Party General Secretary Nguyen Vu Trong affirmed the youth is a key part of society, the nation's backbone, a vanguard force of the revolution and future owner of the country. He urged the organization to serve as a bridge between youngsters and the Communist Party of Vietnam and nation, and boost the implementation of party guidelines and state policies. Zhong asked the union to help the party assemble and train youngsters, as well as build a young generation with political will, intellect and creativity to inherit the glorious revolutionary cause of the party and nation. The party chief described the union as a reliable reserve force of the party and the necessity of youth activities to the survival of the nation. He added that the party, state and people pin their hope on the union and Vietnam's younger generations. Nguyen Duc Vinh, first secretary of the union's Central Committee in its 9th tenure, said the union's past achievements are the driving force behind the development of youth movements. He said the union will continue to improve the quality of youth union activities, expand the solidarity front to gather youngsters, and uphold the vanguard role of the entire party, people and forces.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân has told the Administrator of the United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Charles Bolden, that Vietnam hopes to cooperate further with NASA in aerospace technology development in the future.
During a reception for Charles Bolden on December 11th, Nhân said the NASA leader's visit is a step forward in the development of cooperation between Vietnam and the U.S. in this field. He informed the guests that Vietnam is building a satellite data and image analyzing center in Ho Chi Minh City, saying he hopes that NASA will have Vietnam's trained personnel in satellite and earth science. The Deputy Prime Minister also asked the U.S. support Vietnam's bid to participate in international space organizations as well as agreements regarding the use of outer space. In reply, Bolden hailed the positive results of the Vietnam National Satellite Center that was established 1 year ago. He said during the visit he had discussed with the Vietnam Academy of Science and Technology potential fields for cooperation, particularly the application of satellite technology to monitoring the environment, natural resources, and disasters.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Thiện Nhân hosted a reception on December 11th for professional new couplets from the Mathematics Faculty of Washington University.
The Deputy Prime Minister said Vietnam's always welcomes scientists to Vietnam to teach and share experiences. He asked the professor to have increased cooperation between U.S. and Vietnamese universities, particularly in his major of mathematics. Nhân stressed that Vietnam considers the development of fundamental scientific subjects, including mathematics, the foundation for national sustainable development. For this reason, Vietnam has established a mathematics institute to promote research in this field. For his part, Neil highly valued the importance Vietnam attaches to education as training development, especially in mathematics. He said Vietnam is heading in the right direction. He affirmed that he will do his utmost and encourage other mathematicians to contribute to the development of Vietnam Mathematics Institute.
The annual Legal Partnership Forum took place in Hanoi on December 12th. The event was jointly organized by the Ministry of Justice and the United Nations Development Programme with the aim of strengthening legal and judicial reform in Vietnam.
The forum was to update the implementation of legal and judicial reforms, the 2012 to 2016 Agenda on Judicial Reform, and the amendment to the 1992 Constitution. Addressing the event, Minister of Justice Ha Hung Quang said Vietnam's annual forum will revitalize the framework and cooperation system between Vietnam and international partners. Pratibha Mehta, UN Resident Coordinator in Vietnam, pledged to continue working closely with Vietnam at policy talks and legal partnership forums, contributing to completing the country's legal and judicial system. In the near future, the event will develop into an open dialogue channel to help the Vietnamese government devise and implement development policies and provide information on business and investment opportunities for the international business community.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade and the European Union delegation in Vietnam on December 11th launched the Multilateral Trade Assistance Project funded by the European Union.
The 5-year project has a budget of 16.5 billion euros, of which 15 million euros will be funded by the European Union. It will help Vietnam create favorable conditions for sustainable international trade and investment through enhancing the capacity of the Ministry of Industry and Trade and other agencies. Minister of Industry and Trade Vũ Huy Hoàng said European Union and Multilateral Trade Assistance Project supports the use of technology to improve the environment, social issues, laws, and investment and trade policies. Both sides have committed to create favorable conditions for the project to succeed.
According to the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Industry and Trade, the city will earn $30.25 billion from exports this year, up 7.36% from last year.
Revenues from crude oil and gold are estimated at $21.55 billion, increasing 13.2% year-on-year. Other freight export items fetching over $1 billion are garments, electric and electronic products, rice, footwear, and rubber. Processing and high-tech products, particularly electronic products and computer components, tend to overwhelm others for exports, while shipments of raw materials fall. Other items like rice, coffee, rubber, and seafood continue seeing an expansion in production and higher value. Goods made in Ho Chi Minh City are now available in 288 countries and territories worldwide.
The Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the ASEAN Foundation launched a project to improve the information technology capacity of small and medium-sized enterprises on December 12th.
The project, sponsored by Microsoft Corporation, is expected to run until the end of 2014 to improve the IT capacity of small and medium-sized enterprises in Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines. In Vietnam, it aims to increase young entrepreneurs' awareness of and ability in IT and communications, especially in business and e-commerce. The project will target young people that have or are in the process of setting up business units in traditional trade villages, said Director General of Microsoft Corporation in Vietnam, Vũ Minh Chí. The launching ceremony in Hanoi also witnessed the signing of cooperation agreement between participating agencies to deploy the project.
The Vietnam Phục Lâm Christian Church convened its second General Conference in Ho Chi Minh City on December 12th. The event drew the participation of more than 400 delegates, dignitaries, and followers from 30 cities and provinces nationwide.
Addressing the conference, Phạm Dũng, Deputy Minister of Home Affairs and head of the Government Committee for Religious Affairs, greeted Christian dignitaries and followers on the occasion of their General Conference and the coming Christmas festival. He said the event reflects the Vietnamese Party and state's consistent policy of respecting and ensuring people's rights to religious and belief freedom. The two-day conference will review the 2008 to 2012 operational period, elect a new executive board for the second tenure, and adopt 2012 and 2016 working plan. The Phục Lâm Christian Church received state recognition of its legal status in 2006 and was recognized by the Government Committee for Religious Affairs as a religious organization in 2008. During its operation, the church's dignitaries and followers have worked with people nationwide to contribute to national construction and protection.
And this is the end of our news today. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.